Okay guys, another update on this MPPT controller fire from Victron. Reached out to Victron this morning, and they put me back in touch with their distributor locally here, which are guys out of California. I just got a call from them. And we got some big clues here. There's a gentleman in the comments here, the guy from England, who says he's got 3 of these running. He was really balls on with this. What he was pointing out is that the outbound side, which is these 2 here, right? These 2 connectors here are constantly running at 20 amps. This MPPT is going to take the input, and look at the input side. See here, there's almost no damage. This is kind of like a runover from the first fire, kind of spread to the input. So the 2 inputs don't show any sign of wear and tear or any kind of stress or trauma, which was what was throwing me off on the lightning. But the outbound side is clearly where this fire started. These are the 2 connectors going down to the batteries. And he had said that he sees these constantly running at 20 amps. Just spoke to the Victron rep here. They say the same thing. The outbound side is constantly running hot. And he asked how long I'd had it installed. It's been there for 14 months. And what he said was, and a couple of you guys were hinting at this too, first possibility, absolutely lightning. And I said, why did I not see it here on the inbound? He said, it's possible that you're gonna get most resistance on the outbound side, and that's where it's gonna blow. And that was his explanation as to why the fuse hadn't popped on the inbound side too. Not sure I can go for that. I think it's more on the lines of what that guy from England had said. Look at him in the comments there, where he said he always noticed that of the 3 of these, it was always hotter on the outbound. So what happens, I had these on the boat too, and I would check every couple of months, when you're looking at the oil or looking at your impellers, just to make sure that I hadn't had anything loosen up, because you're getting vibrations from the Yanmar, you're getting motion when you're at sea. And I'd always take a look, and I'll be honest with you, I never found that a connection had loosened. But what Victron rep is telling from California, this side, because it's constantly running at 20 amps, is gonna heat up under loads, then it's gonna cool down when the item stops. Heat up and cool down, heat up and cool down. Over time, that heating and cooling is going to cause expansion and shrink, and eventually it can create a gap between what you had here in your originally tight install. It can loosen over time as a result of that heating, significant amounts of time. And this thing had been there for like 14 months. So it kind of could be that way. Now he's going on to Victron 2. This is clearly under warranty. It's a 5-year warranty, and this item's only 2 years old. So we'll see where that goes. But it's something that we need to be aware of, that just because you're not on a boat, what he said to me now, the guy from Victron, has said it's not a bad idea. Between 6 and 8 months, just go to your control, go to any connectors you have here. Doesn't matter whether you've got them ferruled or not. It's got nothing to do with the wire. Just make sure the screws have not loosened up. And as a result of that constant heating and cooling and expansion. So there you go. That's where we are so far. I think that's good information though. I never would have checked a home installation to see if there had been any kind of over time change in the connection, because the thing doesn't move. There's no vibrations and it's not moving. But it can happen as a result of heating and cooling and heating and cooling. So if any of you've got these things installed and you think you were gold on the installation, you probably were. But if you've been running these over time, it's not a bad idea. He's recommending between 6 to 8 months, just go in and check all the screws, see if you can give them any kind of a turn. And I think that's pretty good advice. So I want to share that with all of you.